All right. Hey there, radically awesome, amazing people. My name is Kiki Mac. We're going to be talking about the police and obviously the government, but generally the police. So this is the saps.gov.za, South African Police Service Department. So we're going to look at the crime statistics, right? So this is from, let's see, second quarter 2025. Okay, 2025, first quarter. I don't know, should we compare first quarter and then second quarter? We can do that. So, first quarter. Okay, we'll just wait for it to download. 10 megabytes. All right, cool. Let's see what we can close here. I don't need that. Yeah, whatever. Second quarter. Okay. Oh, this is the second quarter. All right. Is that the first quarter? No, it's the same one. Ah, it's the second quarter. Let's look. See if we can get the first quarter. 10 megabytes. Okay. Megabits. Megabits. All right. Okay, there we go. First quarter. So April to June 2020 to 2024. All right, let's see. Murder. So we've got like, is this increasing? It looks like it is increasing. So there was 3,466,000 people that died between April 2020 to June 2020. All right, April 21st to June 2020. Well, 21. So it's like 5,760. All right. April 2022 to June 2022. 6,424. So it looks like it's increasing. From my understanding, it looks like it's increasing. Wait, I don't understand. Crime. So contact crimes against the person. Oh, contact crimes against the person. What does that even mean? Like, this looks complicated. This looks weird. So I don't know if this is increasing or if it's decreasing, because there's not really much to go on. What is this? Western Cape. Crime detected as a result of police action. It's all on Excel, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's not accurate. So let's just go to, okay, South African crime stats news. Let's just say. All right. All right, South African stats crime. Okay, so murder, sexual offenses, and robbery rates fall, but commercial crime rises. Okay, South Africa's murder rate dropped by 5.8% in the second quarter, sexual offenses by 2.5%, robbery with aggravating circumstances by 8.8%, and rape by 31%. How do they get this accurate information? Like, we need to have, like, you know, if they can get this information and put it into like where is this coming from, this area, which areas are affected. Like, the murder rate in South Africa has decreased by 58% for the second quarter of the financial year. Police Minister Zenzo Muchuno announced on Monday. The quarterly crime statistics for July to September indicate that sexual offenses decreased by 2.5 and robbery with aggravating circumstances decreased by 8.8. But where do we get, like, additionally, rape decreased by 3.1%, while robbery and residential premises and non-residential premises decreased by 1.3 and 21% respectively. But where did they get these stats from? So I don't know whether, you know, the stats that has been created by the police is very legitimate. At the end of the day, the police is there to just profit from people. They're only there to make money. That's why in South Africa we have a lot of people, you know, who commit offenses. So some of them get paid off whether it's rape, gangsterism, pedophilia, and so on and so forth. Because people have money, at times they get bribed. That's how corrupt the police are. It's just as corrupt as the government itself. So I noticed that there's been a lot of gangsterism happening in the majority of stricken areas. I don't know why it says KZN in gangs, but there should be more. Like, I know Cape Town is quite bad, Johannesburg is quite bad, and a few other places are quite horrendous. So Machu said a successful crackdown on armed gangs and murdered hotspots in KwaZulu-Natal signaled progress. The Free State was largely affected by crimes following the KwaZulu-Natal, Eastern Cape and Gauteng, including stock theft and other crimes, he added. Okay, the Minister of Police, whatever, said that justice system also emerged with many wins in the last quarters, with 265 life sentences for serious crimes, including murder and rape. See, what I don't like is, why are you giving them life sentences when you can just give them the death penalty? Like, whoever commits a murder and commits murder and rape, they should be executed. Simple as that. This guy says Hawke's proactive measures resulted in 801 arrests and 301 convictions and various charges. But what about the ones that haven't been? So there's a lot of domestic abuse and violence, gangsterism, drugs, shootings. So there's been a huge community in South Africa that the local community gather together, and they basically are sick and tired of the police because they're not doing enough. So what they do is they formulate a community, and most of them have guns and stuff like that, and they basically parade through the entire, like, Cape Town flats or Durban, you know, the Durban areas, or like in Diepsloot. I'm surprised they haven't done that in Diepsloot, Alexandra, and Soweto, and Eldorado Park, because gangsterism, drugs, and alcohol abuse is a huge problem here in South Africa. A lot of people lose their lives because of it, either whether it's drinking and driving, whether it is abuse through alcohol abuse, you know, people getting violated as well as raped and murdered and killed. Drugs is affecting our country quite badly. A lot of people are addicted to drugs and they fall into crime. And yeah, they're willing to just stab you or kill you for just like a couple of rands, or for a cell phone, laptop. Some people even take your car. So gangs also get involved because gangs control the drugs. They also do sex trafficking of men, women, and children, depending on the class. See, that's the thing in South Africa. Yeah, the rich is a problem as well, because some of them are looking for children, some of them are looking for men or women at a certain age. It's just ridiculous and insane. Yeah, so they say crime falls, but I doubt it. Like, I really doubt it. SA crime figures tell sobering story. SA News. So you can't really trust, like, crime is generally on the increase, and crimes that are of a concern include murder, rape, hijacking, kidnapping for ransom payments, and extortion. This is according to Police Minister Senzo, who released the crime statistics for the fourth quarter of the 23-24 financial year and the first quarter of the 2024 to 2025 financial year in Cape Town on Friday. These numbers tell a sobering story reflecting the severity of challenges we face. The numbers represent more than just figures on a page. They reflect the lived realities of our citizens, their fears, their losses, and their hopes for a safer tomorrow. The data is a stark reminder of the urgent need for action. We are confronted with a crisis that threatens the safety of our communities and undermines the stability of our nation. Contact crimes in particular are wreaking havoc, instilling fear, said the minister. South Africa has seen an increase in the number of contact crimes reported at country's police stations during the year's first quarter, April to June 2024. Contact crimes increased by 3,831 from 149,806 cases. So it's increased from that. So contact crimes increased by 3,831 from, so 149,806 cases to 100,500. Oh my God, let me just start with this. 153,637. Atrocious. Something like Mr. Jacob Zuma already. Reported in the first quarter of 2021, 2022, and 2023 to 2024. This is followed by assaults and okay, blah 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 blah. We can talk about this. So I know there's a lack of funding, there's a lack of police. I know there's been budget cuts and so on and so forth. So that obviously is going to cause a lot of problems because the government is cutting funding in quite a few places for some apparent reason, because they want to probably keep more money for themselves. Who knows? But I know rape, murder, drugs, alcohol abuse, gangsterism, violence is a major problem in South Africa. So we got like quite big areas like KZN has their issues, Cape Town has their issues, Johannesburg has their issues. I think it's a whole whole country. I think it's a whole wide. I don't know. My brain is not reacting today. I'm not too sure. It's a whole pandemic, an epidemic, and just a problem in South Africa. So all the provinces are affected. And there needs to be more strict measures in place, more policing, more army, being deployed, more serious, consequences of your actions. Like if you commit murder, you should be executed. Simple as that. In America, they do it. In other countries, they do it. Why don't we do it here? Because the prisons are going to be filling up, and then we have to pay it because the taxpayers are paying for these people who committed the life sentences such as rape and murder, sex trafficking, and so on and so forth. Stealing of hundreds of millions or billions of rands from people. They don't really face the true harsh consequences. Like if someone committed a crime, they should like a harsh crime, they should be executed. If you're stealing food for trying to survive, like I understand that's a problem in this country. There's so much poverty, there's so much unemployment. I think there's also mistreatment of the poverty-stricken people here. A lot of people don't get proper human rights, and so a lot of people easily fall into crime because it's a quick way to get out and get money, while others are trying so hard to study, get the education, get the skills, get this and jobs in order to have a better living. So the government needs to create more jobs, have free programs to teach skills, as well as, make sure they have a job at the end of the day. They should involve the private sector as well. But let's check the unemployment rate. So unemployment rate in South Africa. So as of third quarter of 2024, the unemployment rate in South Africa was 32.1. This is a decrease from 33.5. Okay, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. But the number's still a little bit high, but it hasn't done much though. This should be zero, or at least in the 20s and 10s. Why is it so high, the unemployment rate? Well, I just hope they're doing more to actually prevent a lot of crimes happening, because if people get themselves educated, they get they get a career, they're on a narrow straight path. So not that narrow path, it's on a straight path to like having a better future, not getting into gangsterism, crime, because a lot of people get hijacked, they get their vehicles stolen from them, they get shot and killed for their cell phones and their cars, their wallets. So that's why if you retaliate against criminals, they will shoot you instantly. They don't have remorse and they don't really care. So yeah, so I really hope things change. So yeah, there's a lot of sex trafficking. There's a lot of places that abuse women. A lot of people get women drugged. You have these sex dens or sex places that involve alcohol and gangsterism and pedophilia. Then you have clubs, that are selling drugs. People getting shot and killed in clubs. In the local community, a lot of people get involved in drugs and alcohol and into crime. And it also leads into the middle class. So if the lower class, I should say, sorry, not the lower people, the lower class are suffering, they're obviously going to target the middle class who have money and wealth. Food and everything is like, why can't I have these things? Why don't I have access to these things? Because there's so much poverty here in South Africa. That's also an issue and problem. I just hope things get better. I'm optimistic it will, but not holding my breath, to be honest. So many issues and problems that are not getting solved, like instantly. If I was like a police minister, I would work with the local community, and then we work together and we just forced all the criminals out. Like there was a guy that was caught with, I don't know how much child pornography, and he was recently caught. I wonder how many else people had that, and apparently it was videos and pictures that people have done and sent. It's like there was a whole operation about it. There was also many innocent children get killed. There's many innocent people that get killed. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe things will get better. I'm hoping they will get better. Let's just see what causes crime. What causes crime? Okay, crime can be caused by a combination of biological, psychological, social, and I think it's more just social and economic factors. Some of them is psychological. Genetics. Some researchers have believed that genetic factors may contribute to criminal behavior. Now, brain chemistry, neurochemical abnormalities such as high testosterone levels may contribute to violence. Okay, hormonal, psychology factors, traits, personality, such as impulsivity, sensation seeking, low empathy, aggressiveness, and lack of conscience or guilt have been linked to criminal conduct. Mental illness. Patients with mental illnesses may be more prone to violence if they are not received adequate treatment. Okay. Poverty. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about here. Poverty is one of the main reasons for crime. Countries with high rates of economic deprivation tend to witness high crimes and rates. Inequality, not sharing power, and lack of support to families and neighbors can contribute to crime. Economic factors. Unemployment. Research consistently demonstrates a correlation between unemployment and higher rates of criminality. So these ones I understand. I can understand these ones. And I can also understand those ones as well. But this genetic behavior, I'm not really buying that. But these are definitely the contributions. But this poverty is a huge one. Inequality and economic factors. Those are the big ones. So we can just say this. Factors that contribute to crime. All right, and then we put these ones. All right, but then, okay, can you show us more? There we go. So economic factors, poverty, lack of resources, unemployment, and limited economic opportunities can lead to crime. Inequality, income can lead to violent crime. Social disorganization, weak social bonds, and lack of community cohesion can lead to crime. Social environment, social structure can encourage or discourage criminal behavior. Family structures, lack of support to families can lead to crime. Other factors, lack of educational opportunities. Lack of educational opportunities can lead to crime. Okay. Poor housing can lead to crime. Lack of hope. It's basically just a rundown thing. So there's prejudice, the availability of drugs and firearms, social stress, Okay, how do you reduce crime? Crime prevention strategies can include reducing poverty, promoting employment opportunities, addressing education disparities, strengthening family structures, enhancing community resources, improving the criminal justice. So this also here's the root causing of crime. That's interesting. I actually like to read that. Let me read this, and then I can do another video on what causes it. Well, but we'll give a brief overview. Individuals need to be responsible for their own actions and understanding a root causes cannot and should not be seen as a way to absolve us from personal accountability. However, while individuals have no obligation to act responsibly and with respect to their fellow citizens, communities have a responsibility to address those conditions. Well, they need assistance and help from the government and police, which hinder healthy development and can become the breeding ground for rime or crime. I think it's crime. The root causes of crime are well documented in research. Crime is primarily the outcome of multiple diverse social, economic, cultural, and family conditions. To prevent crime, it is important to have an understanding of its roots. These are the complex and interrelated, but can be summarized in three main categories: economic factors such as poverty, social environment, and family structures. Okay, let's read a little bit of it. Okay, so economic poverty. In addition to a lack of financial resources, poverty manifests itself in the lack of educational opportunities, lack of meaningful employment options, poor housing, lack of hope, and the prejudice against people living in poverty. That's also true. So social environment. Our social structure mirrors to citizens and communities that we value and how we set priorities. Social root causes of crime are inequality, not sharing of power, lack of support to families and neighborhoods, real perceived inaccessibility to services, lack of leadership in the communities. They're blaming the communities, but what are they saying about the government, man? Oh my God. Low level placed of children and individual well-being, the overexposure to television as a means of recreation. Okay, yeah, but why don't they add, the government and the police are not assisting enough? Because you know why? It's written by preventingcrime.ca. Oh, that's Canada. What? CA. What's CA? CA. Domain. CA for Canada. Okay, that's in probably Canada. But they have similar things. Okay, so the beliefs of family structures. So they believe parental inadequacy, parental conflict, criminality, blah 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 blah. Yeah, but the government needs to get involved in this, right? The government needs to get involved in this. Like the government, the communities, the people, businesses, and so on and so forth. Because we all collectively live here in South Africa. So yeah, that's my take. Yeah, it's not really safe here. So it's best to just go somewhere elsewhere. I'm trying to get out of this country as soon as possible and see if I can do so. I don't want to live here forever. Yeah, there's not much opportunities here as well. Anyways, that's been my take. So at the end of the day, it's a contributing factor of poverty, socio-economic, as well as, not enough opportunities. The government, the private sector, local communities and businesses, as well as the police need to do more to prevent these kind of crimes from happening. It'd be amazing if we had a zero crime rate and a crime-free country. That would be amazing. That would be incredible. If we had something like that, that would be truly, truly phenomenal. But yeah, South Africans just need to sort out a lot of issues, like deep-seated issues like unemployment, poverty, gangsterism, crime, drugs, not enough opportunities for growth, not enough employment, not enough job opportunities, because that prevents a lot of crime. So if people have jobs and they're working and they get educated, so that's the main reasons why the government should step up and the police should also step up. Like, I know when you go to a police station and you have a open up a case, some of them don't really care, they're nonchalant about it, and they don't take you seriously. Only when you call them money hungry criminals, and they only care about money and they only care about themselves, then they get angry and stuff, which is kind of the truth, kind of the case, you know, because there's been a lot of people that get away with a lot of things here in this country because they either have power or they have money, and yeah, like, it's just like ridiculous. Like, I went to open up a case against someone who knocked my drink out of my hand, and then I said, can you please come at the police station with me? He says, no. And he started swearing and getting aggressive towards me. And then I was waiting at the police station. I went to the police station, wrote a report, and the police didn't even help me. So, and that was Randburg Police Station. Randburg Police Station is actually quite terrible. Let's check their rating. So Randburg Police Station. Let's see. What is their rating? They've got a SAPS Randburg Police Station. What is their rating? Reviews. Posting is currently off. Yeah, because they're selling it's terrible. Randburg Community Forum. SAPS. I saw a zero rating. Let's just go to rating and reviews. That's poor. Yeah, so based on availability information, the Randburg Police Station generally receives poor ratings and reviews, with many complaints about inadequate service, lack of responsiveness, and sometimes even unprofessional behavior from officers, reflecting a common trend of lower ratings for many police stations in Gauteng. So South Africa, due to resource constraints and high crime rates. Alright, so yeah, hello Peter. A very angry complaint. I've been at the blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's very poor from what we see. Yo, it's got a 0.1 oh, just a so 1.0. Why didn't say 0.1? 1.0 rating. I don't know. That's probably fake. Facebook. Excellent service. Maybe it's 1 out of everything. Let's have a look here. Following, the last thing was posted there. It's a community forum. Okay. Anyways, yeah, that's just been my couple of cents on South African crime and the government. So the government should do more, and as well as the private sector and the police need to do more in order to prevent these crimes from happening. So yeah, that's the South African Police Service. You can check out the information. There's also careers. There's child safety. Be alert. Stop crime hawks. But at the end of the day, it's all about funding, proper police training, and then actually, you know, these crimes getting solved. I had a friend who unfortunately was shot and killed many years ago, and they still haven't caught the guys to this day. His name was Ojan, one of my best friends. And I had a friend's daughter get raped and murdered, and no one caught the perpetrator. So yeah. It's very sad, it's unfortunate. Nothing has happened to me personally, which is good. Well, I wouldn't say personally, like if someone got hurt and stuff like that, but I was mugged before. I got my cell phone taken away, my wallet taken away. I just told them, hey, take it, whatever, I don't need it. I'd rather just give it to them instead of fighting for them, because I know fighting with criminals, you probably get shot and killed. So, yeah. My dad got hijacked. He was hijacked the one time, but they managed to luckily capture the guys. My dad was somewhere and he got his vehicle hijacked, and he was on back of the vehicle. I think it was a company vehicle or something. And then the police were there, and then they stopped the vehicle, and the people escaped the crowd. Well, I think they captured 1 or 2 guys, but yeah, I must find the true story from my dad. I must ask him about it. Let me ask him about it. Let's see if he can respond. Where's my dad? Hey Dad, I hope you're well and good. I just try to remember the last time. I remember you got hijacked or kidnapped. Just want to know what was the story behind that many years ago. And I also remember there was an incident at a bottle store that you also got mugged. Or they all came in, they told you guys to go down, like get down and give you all the stuff. So I remember that happened to you, and then you also got kidnapped the one time. So yeah, just trying to remember that happening. So how did you escape, or what happened? Like, did the police stop the guys because you were kidnapped or hijacked, and then you managed to get away from, get away safely? Or yeah, just tell us the story about that. It'll be really, really interesting to hear about it. So yeah, I remember my dad a long time ago, and my other dad got into an accident. So yeah, luckily he's still alive, and he went through a lot. Like he had an accident like a while ago. Guy fell asleep. He got hijacked. He got hijacked, kidnapped, and then they were told to go down in a bottle store, and they took everything. And he had a pretty bad year last year, where he lost my mom on September 11th, 2024. And just a week before was my aunt. Or 2 weeks before, a week or 2 weeks before, in August. I think it was a week, more than a week. In August, she passed away, so my mom took that pretty badly. Yeah, my mom passed away from a liver infection. My aunt passed away with a brain tumor that was inoperable. So yeah, the two most beautiful people ever met. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of sucks, but anyways, I hope you're well and good. Take care of yourselves, look after yourselves, and yeah, sorry, I'm recording this quite early. I never had coffee. I must get this thing on, bro. Yo, I must get something with this. Anyways, yeah, to look after your health, look after your family, feed the homeless, do as much as you can. It'll be absolutely awesome and amazing. So yeah, look after the poverty-stricken people, look after your parents, love your parents, look after people, take care of people, be respectful, be kind, be loving, be everything and more. Be a better person at the end of the day. All right, thank you very much everyone for watching. This has been like, the statistics and what's the ANC doing, and yeah, how to prevent crime, how to stop crime, what causes crime, especially here in South Africa. So yeah, these are the statistics. Like I can't understand these. Like, can you give us like proper like details and descriptions of it, like what it all means, and why is it on an Excel document? Why is this, I don't know. Where did they get this? Did they count all the cases? Does someone go through all the cases that have been opened? So it was like the stations and blah 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 blah. Yo, Mitchell's Plain must be. Yeah, so Mitchell's Plain is quite dangerous. I heard Cape Town is Central's also. I don't know where that is. Atlantis. Johannesburg Central definitely. Durban Central definitely. Tembisa, I heard is pretty terrible. Hermanus also heard it was pretty bad. Krugersdorp, yes. Weinberg being quite bad, yeah. Germiston. Chatsworth is also one of the places. Margate. Belleville. Okay. Top stations. What's this? 17 community reported serious crimes. What is this? Top 30 stations. So yeah, so Cape Town, Durban, Mitchell's Plain, Phoenix, Johannesburg Central, Roodepoort, Honeydew, Rustenburg, yeah, pretty good. I'll probably, yeah, then where's the worst terrible ones? I'm sure Randburg is on top. Hey, Randburg is atrocious. Never ever go to Ramberg police station.